You know, there's nothing more comforting than coming home to that delicious scent of warm cinnamon rolls straight from the oven, or a homemade soup simmering on the stovetop. You feel comfortable, secure. You feel like you're at home. Hi, I'm Kelsey Nixon, and I love to cook. Whether it's hosting my own show for a national network, consulting with restaurants to create delicious and healthy menus, or just playing in the kitchen to create something tasty, I love how good food brings friends and family together. Well, I've got to admit, when I was first approached by Shelf Reliance to develop great tasting recipes using their Thrive food storage, I was a little apprehensive. I thought, how can I possibly make food storage meet my standard in taste and quality? But then we started going through what Shelf Reliance offered, and I started to get excited. They told me their philosophy is store what you eat and eat what you store. Then they started bringing out food that I'd eat every day, stuff that I'd use in almost any recipe, and that had a 20-year shelf life. I couldn't wait to dive in and start cooking. The results? Fabulous. I was amazed at how easy Thrive ingredients were to use in so many of my favorite recipes. Sometimes even easier to use than the same thing straight out of the fridge or the garden. And the taste was fantastic. I guess I shouldn't have been surprised because every Thrive product is harvested at the peak of perfection. Most are then freeze-dried by lowering its temperature and removing its natural moisture. Freeze-drying locks in all of the food's color, flavor, and nutrients without using artificial preservatives. When you're ready to cook, you just add a little water and you're good to go.
Back in the old day, and I hate to say how long ago that was.
30 years.
You weren't supposed to. It was horrible. We had a lot of chicken, beef type in our storage, and it was horrible. We could not get our kids to eat it, and in fact, we eventually had to throw it out.
I was very skeptical as to whether food storage could actually taste good. And when I opened up, I think it was broccoli, was the first can I opened up. I was amazed that it smelled delicious and it looked like broccoli.
Went to the party when I realized it was much more than shelves, and they have this food line that was amazing, that we were eating this food right out of the can, and it inspired me to come home and see what was in my food storage. And so I pulled that up, opened those cans, and thought, I hope I never had to have eaten this food. And I show that at my different parties now, is to see this is emergency food. Thrive is daily food that we can have and love and use every day.
For snacks, we use Thrive foods all the time. Can we have some strawberries? I'm like, do I have enough for all my parties? Okay, yes.
I love to see when someone opens that Thrive can of freeze-dried raspberries for the first time. They take it in their mouth and they're just amazed that it's food storage and it tastes so good. And it's exciting to know that it's so good for them as well and they can use it every day.
It's kind of that aha moment of, wow, this is food storage. We've taken the time and expended the energy to make sure that it's a unique product. It's the very best out there in the market. And you know when you open that can of Thrive, you're getting the best thing for your family. Our goal is to help people get food storage out of the basement into the kitchen and really make it something that people can enjoy on an everyday basis.
Since I've started using Thrive in my cooking and talking to other people about how great it is, I always hear the same 4 concerns about buying and using food storage. Everyone asks, what do I buy? How do I afford it? How do I use my food storage? And how do I make sure it doesn't go bad? There's no need to worry. Shelf Reliance has created a simple solution to each one of these problems. The folks at Shelf Reliance are the leaders in food storage, and they've created really innovative tools to make planning, purchasing, using, and storing your food storage as easy and affordable as possible.